Well, Claire, I've been here now for just about an hour and 40 minutes and I haven't heard any commotion or any shots, but we do understand that there may have been a shot fired in the last 20 minutes, and that's why the area was cornered off even more and the operation was even bigger, because up to an earlier point I was up much nearer the point and now I've been pushed back. At the moment there's just a few onlookers left. Many people have left the area. We've had confirmation at this stage as well from the Mayor of Foray, that's Marc Jean-Guessel. He said that there were people on the run and also people still at the address. He talked as well about the schools in the area, saying that they've been closed and assuring that there was no risks for any children inside and that an emergency phone line had been set up for the parents. Now, there's also reports here that I'm seeing, but they're not confirmed for the moment, because any policeman that I speak to here, as you can imagine, are not very willing to speak to the press as the operation is undergoing. But certain medias are reporting here that the search this morning was just a routine house search that went wrong, and the policeman went into the apartment actually thinking it was empty, but that's not confirmed. As you know, there have been counter-terror raids taking place in Brussels for the last few months since those attacks back in November. 11 people were taken into custody and 8 people are still behind bars, but 2 of the major suspects, both Salah Abdeslam and Mohamed Amrini, are still on the run, and the police still have no leads as to where exactly they may be.
So, Maeve, just to clarify then, the mayor has said that several people are on the run.
That's exactly what he said. He said that there are people on the run and there are also people at the address. Now, there's been conflicting reports over the past few hours on how many people are on the run. Some media reporting that 1, some 2, but he's saying people. So that would suggest that there are more than 1, of course, on the run. We understand as well that 3 policemen have been wounded. We understand that they're all Belgian police. As you might have heard at this stage, that this operation has been carried out with the help of the French police here in Belgium. They've been working together in the last few months on these counter-terror raids. Now, this, for the moment, around me, there's literally just a few onlookers left. There's neighbours as well who've come out of their houses with their small children and their toddlers to look and see what's going on. And I've just spoken to a few of them and they said, look, this is normally a very calm residential neighbourhood. It's a neighbourhood where everyone knows each other and people tend to just be out at this stage, out for a walk or going shopping or coming back from work. So they're concerned about who might have been living up in that apartment that was the focus of the attention earlier, and to how long this raid can continue, and if there are dangerous people with guns on the run, what they could do and what exactly could unfold in the next few hours.
Maeve, we've of course in the last few months talked a lot about Molenbeek. That's where some of the Paris attackers came from. We understand now that the Paris attacks were planned there, and there have been anti-terror raids across Brussels. Have there been any before in this particular district, and what kind of area is it?
Yeah, well, absolutely. As famous words of François Hollande after the 13th of November Paris attacks, he said that they were planned in Syria, they were prepared here in Belgium, and then they were carried out where you are in Paris. And we understand the number of those that were very involved in that meticulous planning of those attacks were from the district of Molenbeek, which is right here, one of the 19 districts. And it's about a 5-minute walk from the centre of Brussels, that district of Molenbeek. It's a district of about 100,000 inhabitants and a very family-orientated district as well, but with little tiny, more disadvantaged or deprived pockets that have been neglected, if you like, by the mayor and by the city of Brussels itself, because Brussels is divided into 19 different districts, and each 19 district is run by a mayor, and they all kind of look after that area, and they don't really cooperate together as much as they should. Now, where I am, Foray is a leafy district. Foray, of course, means forest. It's based on a big forest. It's a very, very residential area with many, many inhabitants. It has very, very wealthy middle-class people living here, and then it has a few other pockets of perhaps a bit more disadvantaged neighbourhoods as well, but it's very much a bustling neighbourhood. It's a stone's throw from Gare de Midi, which is the South Station, which anyone who travels to Brussels will be familiar with, because it's the main station that will take you to Paris and take you, of course, to London. But these counter-terrorism raids have been carried out in many of the 19 districts, and of course outside Brussels as well, in of course Verviers last year, and then of course near Charleroi earlier. So there's obviously a lot going on underneath the scenes, both in the capital of Brussels and of course beyond as well in many other parts of Belgium.